All right, so air signs, you might be setting boundaries this weekend by putting yourself first.
Disclaimer, my readings are not for the faint of heart. Must have thick skin.
So you have the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Then you have the Eight of Swords, the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so again, overall energy, it feels like you're also having to prioritize certain things. Maybe you're going to be really busy, or you have been really busy, and you're multitasking, and I feel like maybe you're having to prioritize, or you could also be assigning jobs to people, whether this is in your household or at work. But it does look like you are like, okay, I need to spread this out, or send this work or this job out to someone else so that I'm not doing so much. So I feel like you're divvying up your workload to make things a little easier. You also seem to have like the attitude of my way or the highway. It's like you are determined to do something your way. You have tunnel vision. You're like, this is the vision that I'm seeing, and this is how it has to be done. And again, it just kind of looks like you have, people assisting you on your path or with the vision that you're having. And you also are coming off as being very much in control. You're having this attitude of like, I can handle it. And it looks like you've also mastered something. You're like, okay, I've mastered this. I'm in control of this. You have this very strong sense of control. Even though I see moments where maybe you feel a little out of control, I feel like you're going to steer yourself back in the right direction, or reel yourself back in. You also are coming off as victorious in some way. Like, whatever obstacles there have been, this is you crushing them, or saying that you have the ability to do so. Now, again, I do see some anxiety creeping in, but I really feel like the anxiety is from doubts. When you start to doubt yourself, or maybe it's something that somebody says to you that makes you feel insecure. In a love situation, it seems like you feel torn, or like you're being pulled in two different directions. You also might be questioning what you got yourself into. You're like, what did I get myself into? Or maybe someone has you cornered. So if you are being pursued in love, that could also be happening. Like you're being pursued by someone who is, it feels like you're cornered, and they're like, I got you where I want you. Or, and this person is, in a sense, maybe intimidating, because maybe there is some sort of an attraction there. But yeah, it kind of feels like if you are being pursued by somebody, that they kind of like trap you. I feel like sevens could be significant. Maybe you're seeing synchronicities of sevens. Maybe that is someone's number, life path number, or maybe that number is just significant in some way. But I also feel like it's telling you to detach whenever you start to feel overwhelmed. Like, kind of detach and step outside of the situation, look at it objectively, so that you can see more clear. And it does look like something happens where you start to look at things logically, and you feel back in control. You have clarity. You know what you need to do next. Your decision making skills become sharp. If you're in an existing relationship, I feel that either you are giving your person an ultimatum or they're giving you one. But I do feel like maybe somebody is like apologetic or wanting to make it right. Maybe someone is on their knees, literally, like, yeah. I feel that something's going on where I feel like people are conforming to you. Someone is conforming to the things that you want. So especially if you give your partner an ultimatum, I feel like they're like gonna honor that. You might force someone to take a look at their priorities, or like make you think like, you need to make time for me, maybe your partner's been working or busy all the time, and you had to say something, and then they're just like, you're right, like I need to prioritize this relationship, I need to prioritize you. And so I feel like you might force someone to understand your perspective and where you're coming from. I feel like you're going to have your way. And not in like an arrogant way, but you do look satisfied. Like, I knew you would hear my side, or I knew you would hear me out. I knew you would understand. There's like this confidence that you're having. Yeah. And also something might give you confirmation that restores your confidence and makes you say, like, I shouldn't have doubted myself. Like, I was right. I knew what I was talking about. You also could be making big money-making decisions, or decisions that will bring in, security for you or for you and your family. You also might in some way feel that you're supposed to save or uplift your family, or from, a spiritual standpoint, you do embrace being the person that came to heal generational curses. And you're like, I want to restore, our family. I want to bring our family together. I want to heal the family name or the legacy. So you could be doing things to, lift up your family name. And it does seem like there's something significant in regards to the family tree. Yeah, but I feel that you are going to have some sense of security here. Now, you also could be spending money But if you are spending money, I feel like it's because you have it to spend. Maybe you want to treat your friends or family members to dinner. You're like, it's on me. And you're doing it because, you know, you got it. There is still an energy of responsibility or feeling like you need to do something out of obligation. Or maybe you feel like you're the responsible one, or, you know, just something of that matter. So, but it also is something that you're passionate about. So you could be, you know, spending money on people that you value. Also, financially, there could be some sort of investments that are paying off. You're like, I'm glad I invested in this. I just kind of feel like you're winning. You're like, I'm on top, I'm winning, because things are like going in your favor. And even though it seems like you got your hands full, you are figuring out a way to make things work. Now, I also feel like somebody might need to be bailed out of jail. You might do it just because you feel like that's family, especially if they are, you know, someone that you value or care about and you have it to spend. But somebody might be needing to be bailed out. The love situation. That is a tricky situation. So the negative side of the love situation is that somebody is in a relationship but is in some sort of predicament where they are with somebody else, flirting with somebody, being pulled away, thinking about somebody more than they should, talking to somebody more than they should when there's a relationship. So if you are single and someone comes into your life, just be aware that this person likely has an established relationship. Or maybe you're in a relationship, but you are dealing with some form of temptation, and maybe you are trying to actually restrict yourself. You're like, I need to don't leave me alone with this person. Like, you know, you're telling people like, I can't be alone with this person, or make sure you stay with me. It's like you are restraining yourself and trying to throw away the keys to prevent you from, you know, getting caught up in some situation. You're just trying to stay out of it. But love situation does seem like someone is being faced with a choice and they're torn. Maybe someone's torn between you and their long-term person. Especially if somebody starts saying like, I'm only in a relationship out of, you know, obligation, but I love you. You know, it might be something unusual like that. Yeah. And you could be dealing with another air sign, a Cancer, or an earth sign. But someone seems like they can't stop thinking about you, or you can't stop thinking about somebody. And you might be trying to keep yourself busy or distracted too. Spiritually, I feel like you're being visited by a spirit. They're communicating with you indirectly. I feel like this spirit is maybe near an open window, or they're near a window in your home, or some sort of opening. Maybe this person is trying to get you to come near there. You also might not understand what it is that you're experiencing, and that may be why it's giving you anxiety. But once you come to realize that this is maybe someone who, you know, cares about you or is not trying to harm you, it gives you a sense of peace. Now, you also might feel trapped, or like you have to do something for security. You're like, I have to do this. And you're in some situation where maybe you're operating out of fear. Maybe you feel locked into some sort of an agreement, but at the same time it's bringing you the money that you both want and need. It also could be something about the type of job that you're doing that has you a little stressed. You're like, I don't want to do this, but it makes good money. Yeah. Now, someone also might literally work for some sort of prison or jail. There could be a lot of crazy things happening around you at work. Spiritually, I feel like there could be... Now, on one end, I felt like something was like something wasn't trying to harm you, but it was just like giving you that energy. But something also does look like anxiety, like it's something that's giving you anxiety. Maybe it's still unintentional, but something could be giving you depression. You also may have inherited something from a family member. You could have inherited something good or bad. It could be depression, anxiety, or it could be some sort of spiritual gift. I also feel that a possible Capricorn is doing some sort of spell work on you to try to prevent you from leaving them and moving on. Even if you're not in a relationship, this person might be doing something to keep you locked in. They're trying to trap you. Oh. Okay, somebody is definitely doing something for the money. Somebody is like, I'm doing it for the money. I also feel like something could be literal, like someone is doing something very sensual with the same sex for money. And it could just be, you know, some dancers, you know, two dancers dancing on a pole, doing stuff towards each other, and it's like bringing more money. Someone also might decide to enter a relationship for money. And then, like I said, it's kind of being reiterated that you could potentially be getting involved with someone who's already in a relationship. Now, maybe you know that and you're just like, I know what I'm doing. But if you don't, then, you know, you might be disappointed. Yeah, I kind of feel that there is some sort of love triangle thing happening. You might also agree to get involved with someone knowing that they have other people, because but it's like, well, they have money, so what? Especially in a situation where, well, usually athletes and celebrities get away with stuff like that, but I mean, this could be your average Joe that just has money, and maybe this person has been very upfront with what's happening, and you're just like, I'm down, like it's giving me security, like I just want the security. Like something could be going on like that. So somebody might be saying that they don't want to be a part of that anymore. I don't want to be a part of that. And I kind of feel like that person is like trying to beg you not to go or lure you in, or they're just like making promises to you. And you also could be battling, your situation. You're torn between your convictions and the situation that you're in. It's like something's going on. There's frustration. You're really trying to sort it out and figure out what you should do. Now, in regards to career, I just feel like you're super passionate about what you're doing. I feel like you might be in a position where you get to be creative, or maybe you get to work from home, or something about your job is just very easygoing. And because of the money that you're making, you're able to like save it up, but you're also trying to make wise decisions with how you spend your money. It feels like you're also like fighting for your independence. I feel like you also are standing out, or like you have an edge over other people. Your creativity could also be the thing that gives you an edge over competitors. Maybe you are able to think outside the box, or you're just like very creative with your thinking. You could also be pursued by someone who finds you valuable. Someone is just like, I feel like this person, I have to have this person, whether it's career related or romantic. I feel like somebody sees you as very valuable. But I see people kind of some sort of conflict in regards to either creative differences or having their way, because like I said, you seem to be like on top, like things are going your way, and somebody might want your position, or they want to share your authority, and you're just like, no. So again, you're definitely setting some sort of boundary with people too, and standing your ground. You might make someone nervous with the way you look at them. They're like, why are you looking at me like that? You're causing some kind of anxiety. If you are any type of supervisor or manager, I feel like people are scared to see you coming. They don't know what you're going to say. They can't tell what you're thinking. Yeah, you might be giving somebody anxiety. I also feel that someone knows that you're able to see through them, so it makes them nervous when they're talking to you. It's like, can't get nothing past you. I don't know. I kind of feel like, they're like, man, this person is gonna see right through me. I feel like you're just also good at creating some sort of barrier or boundary, or people just have a hard time reading you. It seems like you are making decisions, like these decisions that are going to protect you and your family or your finances. You're like, I'm doing this. I'm doing whatever I need to do to protect my security. There is some level of secrecy or deception, though. It also feels that someone is keeping tabs on you and also their family, or they're asking people to keep tabs on you. There's a situation where, you're involved with someone who is very close to their family. Yeah. And I'm also getting something about extended relatives and some sort of secret in regards to them. Especially an earth sign, a water sign, and maybe another air sign. But I feel like you are the air, and you are the one that is like seeing certain things that are going on, or able to read through people. And if somebody is in a relationship, they definitely seem to be doing something deceptive outside of their relationship, but also keeping a good image to the public. All right, so let's pull some energy cards, and then we'll do your love oracle. All right, additional messages for air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, we have action, Magician in the mirror, happy family. Overall energy is door to personal healing and happiness. All right, so it looks as if, you know, that's what's happening, is that like there has been some sort of window of opportunity that has opened up or is opening up, and you're being asked to, like, you know, step on it, go, you know, take advantage of this opportunity, whatever it is. Excuse me. And it seems like, you know, you're very passionate about having some sort of happiness, and you might even be chasing some sort of dream or an illusion because it's bringing you some sort of peace. You also could be doing some form of manifestation, or something is unlocking for you. You definitely might be spending time with family. Yeah, so it could also be that this is just about spending time with family and watching movies, because you're, you know, just watching illusions and having a lot of enjoyment. It could be that. Now, this is the second time I'm also just kind of getting like a strong emphasis about rainbows. Now, for one person, or for somebody anyway, I kind of feel like it may have to do with coming out to the family. Even if somebody is like out with their, you know, friends and peers or whatever, maybe they haven't come out to their family. So there is a possibility that there is something about somebody coming out to their family. But I feel like the rainbow also is having to do with maybe some dream coming true. Just kind of thinking of like that pot of gold. Maybe something does seem like too good to come true, but you're going after it anyway. I feel too like there may be an opportunity for you to go on vacation or to relocate. Something could be like once in a blue moon, some unusual opportunity I feel like is going to come to you. And I feel like you are going to have an opportunity to live your dream or pursue this dream. Even if that's something that comes at a later date, if it doesn't necessarily happen over the weekend. But yeah, overall though, I feel that you are experiencing some sort of emotional fulfillment. Something is giving you happiness. Even if you know it's not going to last, you're like, I don't care. Like, this is short-lived, but this is making me happy. Again, unfortunately, in regards to some relationship, I do feel like somebody has a family, and maybe you're aware that something is just an illusion, but it's I don't know, it's giving you happiness. Or maybe someone is trying, maybe it doesn't even go anywhere, but you enjoy flirting with this person even though you know they're in a relationship. So I don't know, but I still feel like there is something happening where somebody is in a relationship, including if it's you and you are flirting with somebody that you're like, man, I'm in a relationship, but it doesn't hurt to flirt, you know. All right, so let's see what your love message says, your love oracle. You have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So I don't know, maybe that is what's happening. Maybe you're also getting so caught up into some sort of illusion that, you know, you're losing touch with the reality of the relationship, and you're like, man, I really like this, what could be, and you might be falling in love with what could be. So if you're in a relationship, either you could be going through this or your partner. If you are single, you could potentially be that third party. You could be that catalyst, that person that is causing someone to take time away from their significant other. Even if nothing is really happening, I still feel like there is some sort of illusion, fantasy, daydreaming going on between you and somebody that is in a relationship. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.